So, welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. We got a bunch of new cards. We have the full set leaked. Like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. We're going to jump through and have some fun here. First, we're going to go through as many cards as we can until, like, the full card list is released. But right now, this is, like, everything that we have. And then, if more cards drop, I'll show you everything. I'm trying to get every card in this video. And I'm hearing there's about 300 plus cards in the set, so get ready for it. Like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. Make sure to comment down below Mega if you want to enter a giveaway. Let's get straight into things. Here we go. Pikachu is the first card over here. 60 HP, Spark 10. This attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Over here we got Rufflet as well. We have over here 60 HP, Wing Attack, 40 damage. Over here, Stoutland, 150 HP, very cool art, very cool art. Dangerous Bite, 70 plus, 3 energy. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, this attack does 70 more damage. Okay, pretty nice to see actually. Delcatty over here, you have 80 HP, very beautiful art. Search for friends. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. 2 energy, Cat Kick, 40 damage. Over here we have Tauros EX 140, so Tauros EX is there. Wild Tackle, 90 damage, flip a coin if Tails this attack, or this Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. Oof. 30 damage to itself if Tails. Tauros EX over here, full art, pretty cool. Goomy, yes, 40 HP, Sticky Membrane. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon cost 1 more. Ram is 2 energy, 30 damage. Over here we got, Corviknight over here, 140 HP. Iron Wings, 100 damage, discard 2 Steel Energy from this Pokemon. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 50 damage from attacks. Pretty nice, actually. I can't say it's not. Pretty nice. Melmetal over here. 170 HP, Headbutt, 3 energy, 80 damage, 4 energy, 100 plus Metal Arms. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached to it, this attack does 50 more damage. Damn. 150, 170 HP. Nice. Over here we have Melmetal full art. Pretty cool to see. Back to Pikachu. Whoops, wrong one. Over here we have Skiddo. Yes, 80 HP. Woohoo. Over here, Razor Leaf, 30 damage. That means Go-Goat is here. Oh my god, my name. Over here we have Lilligant, 80 HP, Toughness, Aroma. Each of your Leaf Pokemon gets 20 HP. Schmack, 50 damage, 2 energy. So Lilligant is the crown rare. Wow. Wow. Okay. Whimsicott EX, 140, Grass Knot, 40 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost. Whimsicott EX again. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Over here we have Beautifly, 130 HP, Skill Dive. This attack does 50 more damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Nice. For 1 energy. Okay. Over here we have Mega Pinsir, 170. Yes, Mega Pinsir is there. Wow. Critical Scissors, 80 plus, flip a coin if heads. This attack does 70 more damage. Super cool artwork. It looks very similar to the those new cards in the IRL TCG for the new Mega set. Mega Pinsir full art. Over here, Poliwag Shiny, Call for Family, pretty simple. Primarina EX, Shiny, super cool. Brionne Shiny, super cool. Back to Skiddo over here, back to Lilligant, back to this Whimsicott. Mega Ampharos, look at that, dude. 2-star looks beautiful. Lightning Lancer, 100 damage. One of your opponent's benched Pokemon is chosen at random 3 times. For each time a Pokemon was chosen, also do 20 damage to it. Mega Ampharos EX full art. Jolteon EX, no way, 140. I opened these blindly. I didn't even know these cards are there, dude. Electromagnetic Wall. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever your opponent attaches an energy from their energy zone to one of their Pokemon, do 20 damage to that Pokemon. Mach Bolt over here, 80 damage for 2 energy. Damn. Over here is the full art. Over here is Eiscue. Okay, 80 HP. Ice Face, if this Pokemon has full HP, takes minus 40 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. 2 energy Ram. Oh my god, Greninja EX 170. Shifting Stream. Once during your turn, you may switch your active water Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. 2 energy Aqua Edge. 100 damage for 2 energy. Not bad. Not bad in the slightest. Full art over here. Keldeo over here. Sacred Sword, 110. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Sacred Sword. 100 HP though. Over here we have Dilicent, 120, bouncy body. If this Pokemon in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, take a 1 energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. 2 energy Surf. Ludicolo, 140 HP over here. Rhythmatic Steps. If you have exactly 1, 3, or 5 cards in your hand, this attack does 60 more damage. So 1, 3, or 5 cards in your hand can give more damage to him for 2 energy, 120 potential damage. If you have that. So very weird gimmick. We'll definitely take that. Very weird gimmick though. So a bunch more cards over here. Rapidash EX, 150, 3 energy, Sprinting Flare, 110 damage. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Over here we have Makuhita, over here for 80 HP, 3 energy, Lunge Out, 50 damage. Hippowdon over here, or Hippowdon? I don't know how to pronounce this. It's been a while. 130 HP. Crashing Fangs. Over here we have 100 damage. Flip a coin. If tails during your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. Over here. Oh, they brought this one back as well. And look at that artwork. 140 HP. Wild Spin. This attack does 20 damage to each one of your opponent's Pokemon. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Wild Spin attack does plus 20 damage to each one of your opponent's Pokemon. Pancham, 60 damage, 20 HP, sorry, 20 damage punch. Over here, 2 energy, 40 plus. This attack does 40 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. So 40 plus does 40 more damage for each opponent's Pokemon in play that has an ability. Over here, Mega Absol is there as well. Darkness Claw, 80 damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. Choose a supporter card you find there and discard it. Over here, Mega Absol as well. This is the, again, Rainbow. Very cool to see. Over here, we have Hydreigon as well. 150. Roar in Unison. Once during your turn, you may take 2 Dark Energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you do 30 damage to this Pokemon. Hyper Ray, 130. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. They brought this one back as well. EX, 150. Wow. Poison Point. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from the opponent's Pokemon, the attacking Pokemon is now poisoned. Draconic Whip, 80 damage. Shock, that was an EX, okay. 150, same thing. That's the Rainbow. Over here, we have Rillaboom, 150. Captivating Rhythm. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Drum Rush, 4 energy for 120 damage. Growlithe over here, 70, 20, and 1 energy. Rapidash again. Rapidash EX Rainbow, 150. Over here, Mega Blaziken. 210 Mega Burning, 120 discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. Your opponent's active bench Pokemon is now burned. That's the immersive, dude. Look at that. Holy hell. 210 Mega Blaziken again, yeah. Chandelure, 140. Slow Seer. Once during your turn, you may discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Heat Blast, 80 damage. Mega Gyarados as well, 4 energy, Mega Blaster, 140. Looks super cool. That's his immersive too. Damn. Over here we have Pansage, Beat. We have Whimsicott. We have Verizon over here. We have 100 HP, Sacred Sword, 110. Can't use it next turn. Trevenant, 110. Horn Leech Shield, 20 damage, 60 damage done. Ponyta, 60 Combustion. Ho-Oh. That's kind of cool. 4 energy, Blessed Burn. 100 heal 30 damage from each of your bench basic Pokemon. That's kind of cool actually. 4 energy though, but you could see some actually cool things there. Combustion, 80 damage, high jump kick. Yep, that's Combustion, high jump kick, dude. 50 damage. Blaziken, 140. Blaze Kick, 100. Discard a fire energy from the 2 energy. Discarded energy. That's not bad. Fire has some decent buffs over here. Simisear, 100 damage. Fury swipes 40 times. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each heads. Pansage again. Whimsicott again. Silcoon again over here. 80. Harden during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks if the damage is 40 or less. Shroomis, 60. Tackle. Turninator over here. 110. Shell Trap. 40 during your opponent's next turn if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack. Do 20 damage to the attacking Pokemon. Gyarados, Hammering Tail, 100, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. 4 energy. Lombre, 90, Gentle Slap. Ludicolo, I think we already did this one, yeah, that's the same one. Wailord, Damn, 200 HP. Damn. Whale Pump 60 plus. This attack does 10 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. It's a lot of freaking HP, dude. Corphish 70, Water Gun. Crawdont 100, Guillotine for 3 energy. Love Disc 70, Paired Tackle 30 plus. If you have exactly 2, 4, or 6 cards in your hand, this attack does 30 more damage. Back to Tornador over here. Let's keep going. We have some more cards to pull up. So next up over here, we have Panpour, 60 HP Beat. We have Simipour, 100 HP, Fury Swipes 40 times. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each heads. Split Spiral Punch 90. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. 150 HP. 130 Dreadnought, Jaw Lock. 70. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Ice Cube over here, same thing. We already talked about this one. Mareep, Rear Kick. 70 HP. Luxio, again, 90 over here. 30 Bite. Blitzle, 70 Tiny Charge. Zebstrika, 100 HP. 3 energy for Electric Ball at 90 damage. Galvantula, 80 HP. Electro Ball. Zatsu over here, you have 100. Zen Headbutt, 3 energy, 80. Mismagius, 90 HP. Spooky Shot. Yamask over here. Yamask, yeah. 70 Mumble. Gotharita. Slap 80 HP, Gothitelle 130, Stellar Cradle 70. During your opponent's next turn, if they attach energy from the energy zone to the defending Pokemon, they will be asleep. Over here, 90 HP, Confounding Cologne 40. Your opponent active Pokemon is now confused. Wow. Indeedy EX over here, 130. Watch over. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. Psychic. 30 plus, this attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Could be a counter to a lot of them, because a lot of these EXs here have a lot of energies attached to them. Require 4 for the main attack, so it's a pretty decent amount of damage you're picking up. Chantru, Sand Spray. What is it over here? Makuhita, 80 HP, Lunge Out. Hariyama over here, 130 Slapping Knockdown, 110. We have, before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tools from the opponent's active Pokemon. 80 HP, Mudshot 30. There's so many more cards, dude. Another one over here, we talked about this one. Archin, I talked about this one, and talked about this one. So let's keep going. There's a lot more. So many cards. It's 300 plus cards. Continuing onwards over here, we open up a bunch more. We have the EX now 2-star over here for the same EX we just talked about. We have Klefki, yes. 50 HP dismantling keys once during your turn. If this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard all Pokemon tools from your opponent's active Pokemon. If you do, discard this Pokemon. Hook, 20 damage. So, yeah, the Klefki get your crown rare, and the other crown rare, I don't know, man. That's the crown rares. Over here, we have 120 HP, Soul Shot, 120. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't discard 2 cards, this attack does nothing. Super cool looking card over there. Oh, Mega Pidgeot EX. Yeah, this is a promo, 210. Giant Twister, 100 damage. Flip 3 coins for each head. Discard random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. If all of them are tails, then this attack does nothing. Gamble. Big Barrel EX, Shiny. Luxray always just getting love, dude, in this game. 130. Flash Impact, 110. This Pokemon, or this attack does 20 damage to one of your benched Pokemon. Mega Altaria EX, the most beautiful card yet when it comes to these immersives. Holy, dude, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. Damn. Beautiful. Magikarp over here, Waterfall Evolution. Put a random card from your deck that evolves from this Pokemon onto this Pokemon to evolve it. Wow, that's cool. Put a random card from your deck that evolves from this Pokemon onto this Pokemon to evolve it. Over here, same one. We already talked about this. Golett. We have Stampede 20, 80 HP. Same one, same one. Whoops. Over here, Crabominable. Yeah, 120. Last Chance Punch, 30 plus. This Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less. This attack does 60 more damage. Roly-Poly over here, 70 HP. Ram. Colossal, 150. Cold Drop, 100 plus. This Pokemon's active. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Leaf Pokemon, this attack does 50 more damage. Honchkrow, 100 HP. Evil, same one. Read this already. Absol, Omnis, Claw, 50, 80 HP. Flip a coin if heads. Your opponent's reveals their hand. Choose a supporter card there and discard it. Pangoro, 120. Overdrive Smash, 30. During your next turn, the Pokemon's Overdrive Smash attack does 30 plus damage. Toxapex over here, 100 HP. Venoshock, 50 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 70 more damage. Morgrem, 90. False Surrender, 50. This attack does, or damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Farthorn over here, 110. Guard Press, 50. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. Durant, 80. Bite Together, 40 plus. If Durant is on your bench, this attack does 40 more damage. Cobalion over here, we have 110. Sacred Sword. Can't use Sacred Sword next turn. Honedge, 60 HP. Pierce, Melton, 70. Melmetal again over here. Sliggoo, Gentle Slap, 2 energy. 90 HP. Goodra, 150. Spiral Drain, requires Water, Psychic, and Regular. 100, healed 40 damage from this Pokemon. Kind of cool, actually. Pidgeotto, 90. Speedwing, 2 energy. Pidgeot, 150. Twister, 80. Flip 2 coins. Random from that. If both of them are tails, this attack does nothing. And that increases to 3 with Mega. Eevee, 50. Boosted Evolution. As long as this Pokemon is in the action spot, it can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. Okay, 100 HP, Excited Sail, 30 times, flip 2 coins, the attack does 30 damage for each heads. If this Pokemon has Lucky Mittens attached to it, flip 4 coins instead. 2 extra coins, wow. Whismur over here, we have 60 pound, Skitty, Play Rough, 10 plus, flip a coin if heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Furfu, we talked about this already, Furfu again, talked about it. Drill Peck, 40, 2 energy, 80 HP. Goodra, we talked about. Poliwhirl, shiny. Ooh. Poliwrath, shiny. Ooh. Zapdos, shiny as well. Drowsy, shiny as well. Hypno, shiny as well. Poliwhirl already. Doduo, Palkia, and Arceus. Rowlet, Torracat as well. Poplio as well. Zeraora over here as well. Poliwag, yet again. Look at this artwork, dude. Hitmonchan EX, quick straight, 50. This attack does, attacks damage isn't affected by weakness. Wow, this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness. It's kind of cool. 130. Over here, we talked about this Flame Patch. Attach a fire energy from your discard pile to your active fire Pokemon. Hollow over here, during your opponent's next turn, if your Hariyama or Crabominable would be knocked out by damage from an attack, it is not knocked out, and its remaining HP becomes 10. May, put 2 random Pokemon from your deck onto your hand. For each Pokemon you put onto your hand in this way, choose a Pokemon to shuffle from your hand onto your deck. Licia over here, put 2 random basic Pokemon 50 HP or less from your deck into your hand. And Flame Patch Crown Rare. Who would have thought? Flame Patch Crown Rare. Wow. All right, let's continue onwards. Pinsir over here, we have 50 plus, X Scissor, flip a coin. If heads attack does 50 more damage. Mega Pinsir, we've already talked about. Wurmple over here, Silcoon. Cascoon, new one, or we didn't, yeah, we talked about this already actually. Dustox, new, we didn't talk about this yet. Select Pounder, 60, choose either Poisoned or Confused. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now affected by the special condition. C-Dot over here, 50 HP Rollout. Nuzleaf, 80 over here, Gentle Slap for 40 HP. Shiftry, Nipping, Cyclone, 70. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand, 140 HP. Shroomish, we already talked about. Breloom is here too. Seed Bomb, 40, 100 HP. Pansage, we talked about. Simisage, 100 HP. Fury Science, 40. Flip 3 coins, 40 damage extra. Cottonee over here, 20. Whimsicott, Petalil, Flop, 60. Lilligant over here, Toughness, Aroma, and Smack. Same one we saw earlier. Maractus, 80. Dazzle Dance, 40. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Did this one already. Skiddo. Go-Goat. Yes, dude, we got Go-Goat in the game. Finally, bro. 120. Double Edge. 100. This Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. Phantom, 60 HP. Branch Poke. Trevenant. Grookey's here too. Wow, 60 HP. Beat. Thwackey is here too, 90 HP, Hammer In, and Rillaboom, 150, Captivating Rhythm, same one we've already talked about, 4 energy for a Drum Rush. Over here we have Growlithe, 170, Dig Claws, Arcanine, 120, Firefang, 50, flip a coin of heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Ponyta, Combustion for 2 energy, this is the same Rapidash, the same Ho-Oh, Torchic is Peck, 20 at 60 HP. High Jump Kick, Blaziken we talked about, Mega Blaziken, Panseer, Simisear, Darumaka, Reckless Charge 50. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself at 70 HP. Darmanitan over here 130. Darmani Hands 80 plus, flip 2 coins. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. Litwick 50, Flare 20, Lampent 80, Will-O-Wisp 40, Chandelure, we talked about this one again, Slow Seer and Heat Blast. Heatmore, look at that artwork, 80 damage, Tongue Whip. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Litleo 60 HP, Live Coal, Pyroar 130, Fire Blast 130, discard a 2 fire energy from this Pokemon. Psyduck, Rain Splash 20 damage, 60 HP. Oh, Golduck 90, Wave Splash 50. Magikarp we talked about. Gyarados we talked about. What is that face, bro? Dude, he looks so... This looks like something I've seen before. That face, I don't know why. Lotad, Water Gun 20. Lombre, Gentle Slap 40. Ludicolo, same Rhythmatic. Wailmer, Surf, 100 HP, 50 energy. Wailord, 200! 200! Corphish, Crawdont, Lovedis, Panpour, Simipour, Timepole. So this was Mud Slap 60 HP, 30 damage. Hyper Voice 60 HP, 90 HP, 60 damage. Sorry. Seismid Toad 150. Split Spiral Punch 90. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Tortuga 90 HP, Shell Attack. Caracosta 150, Blocking Shell 100. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon during the opponent's next turn. Dude, there's a lot of good Pokemon in here. Genuinely speaking, there are some really good cards in here. Frillish, 60 HP, Water Gun. Jellicent, we already talked about. Pretty much, though, if a Pokemon's active spot is damaged by an attack of the water Pokemon, take a water energy from your energy and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Surfin, 120. Keldeo, the same Sacred Sword. Froakie is back again, Water Drip. Frogadier, Bounce. Switch one Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. And then Greninja is there again. Bergmite, Icicle, Avalugg over here, Frost Barrier 70. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. 160 technical HP, right? 140 plus the 20. Choodle, 80, Wave Splash. Dreadnought, Peck, 2060 over there. Barrascuda, 90 HP, Double Edge 80. The Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. Jolteon EX, talked about it. Mareep, 70. Flaffy is here too. Electric Punch 40. Ampharos Zapping Bullet 90. One of your opponent's bench Pokemon is chosen at random. This attack also does 20 damage to it. Lightning Lancer, very similar. Shinx, we talked about this. Luxio Fight. Flash Impact, we talked about this as well. Pachirisu, Attack the Wound 30 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon has damage on it, this attack does 30 more damage. Blitzel, Tiny Charge 10. Zebstrika, Electric Ball 90. 100 HP, Joltik, 30 HP, Attached Ball, Electro Ball, Dedenne, 70, Electric Nibbing, 20, discard a Electric Energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Yamper, 60, Roar, switch out one of your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. Boltund, 110, Zap Kick, 60, Natu, 60, Peck, 10. We talked about this, Mischievous over here, 60, Double Spin 20 times, flip 2 coins. The attack does 20 damage for each heads. Mismagius, 2 energy for Spooky Shot, 70 damage. Sableye back again, Dirty Throw, 70. Discard a card from your hand. If you can't, this attack does nothing. So, bit of a fun one there. Mega Altaria, Duskull, Ambush, 10 plus, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Dusclops, Will-O-Wisp, 30 damage. Dusknoir. We have Fade into Darkness. When this Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent can't get any points for it. Hammer in 80. Jirachi, Star Drop. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Drifloon, 60. Wind Blast. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Drifblim, Balloon Barrage, 20 plus. This attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. 100 HP. Chingling, that's another baby Pokemon. Jingli, Noise 10. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. We talked about this one. We talked about this one. We talked about this. Talked about this. Talked about this. Talked about this. Talked about all of these. Swirlix, Cotton Guard 10. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. Slurpuff, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Draining Kiss, 50 damage, 110 HP. Carbink is here as well, 50 HP. Guard Press, 30. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 30 damage from attacks. Klefki, we talked about it. 90 HP, cut, 50 damage. Hitmonchan, super cool. Sudowoodo, fight back, 30 plus. This Pokemon has damage on it. This attack does 50 more damage. Makuhita, Hariyama, we got this. Sandile and Krokorok. Yes, the goats. Gna over here, 20, 60 HP. 90 HP, 2 energy, bite, 40 damage. Oh, they brought this one too. Yes, so this was in the trailer. They have a full version now. Chomp Chomp Bite, 90 damage. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. 160 HP too, so kind of a cool card actually. Archon, we talked about this. Golurk, Heavy Rocket, 60 times. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. This attack does 60 damage for each Pokemon with a retreat cost of 3 or more you find there. Wow. Imagine that. Shuffle the revealed cards back into your hand. I could unironically be like a meme card. That could actually be it. Over here as well, Sacred Sword again, so can't use Sacred Sword next turn. Pancham, Crabrawler. We talked about the Stuffles there too. Magnum Punch, 40 damage. Beware, Heavy Impact, 90. Sandygast, Sand Attack, 20 damage over there. Palo Sand, Raleigh, Carkol. Another cool artwork over here. See that Gyarados? Yeah. Murkrow, 70. Glide, 20. Honchkrow we talked about. Absol we talked about. Bug Bite, 20, 60 HP. Drapion over here, 130. Stun, Poison, 50. Flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Darkrai is back too. Shadow Cage, 70. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon cannot retreat. Dino, which was Headbutt, for 20. Darkness Fang, 40. And then Hydreigon, we talked about as well. Hyper Ray, sorry. Pangoro, we talked about. Skrelp, we talked about this. Poison Sting, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Venoshock, 50 plus, if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. This attack does 70 more damage. Over here, Bite, 20 damage. The evolved version we talked about. Oh, another one, yeah, so it evolves again, yeah. Rack Down, 3 energy, 160 HP. Rolling Tackle, 60. Ferrothorn we talked about. Durant we talked about. Hone Edge and Dual Blade are there too, with Pierce and Slash. Aegis Slash over here. Curse Metal, attacks used by your Psychic Pokemon and Steel Pokemon do 30 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Meltan, Melmetal. Druddigan, Giga Claw, 120. Flip 2 coins. If both are tails, this attack does nothing. So, bit of a gamble. Goomy, Sliggoo, Goodra, super cute Pidgeot, Peck, 30, Pidgeot, Tauros, Eevee we talked about, Apom over here, talked about these, Miltank, Body Slam, 40, flip a coin, if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Zigzagoon, Tackle, 20 damage, Linoon over here, 100 HP, Jet Headbutt, 40 damage. Whismur, 60 pound. Loudred, Hyperforce, 40. Explode over here. Pretty much HP 150. Booming Roar, 90. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. Nice little seal effect over here. Nice. Skitty, Play Rough. Delcatty, we talked about. Spinda, Dizzying Headbutt. Both active Pokemon are now confused. Swablu is Sing. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Altaria, do the wave, 20 plus. This attack does 20 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. Chatot, 70, Sleepy Song. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Patrat over here, Bite, 20. Watchhog, 100. Biting Fang, 40 plus. Flip a coin if heads. This attack does 40 more damage. Lillipup, collect, draw a card. Herdier, Headbutt, Bounce, 40. 90 HP. Stoutland, Dangerous Bite, 70 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is now if your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it does 70 more. Rufflet, Wing Attack, 40, 60 HP. Braviary, 80 / 120. Furfu, we talked about. This we talked about it. Rookie D 60. Flap. Talk about this one as well. Continuous tumble 40 times. Flip a head until you get tails. This attack does 40 damage for each heads until you get tails. Double. Boundless power 100. During your next turn, the Pokemon can't attack. Shiny Bellsprout, Weeping Bell Shiny, Victory Bell Shiny, Moltres Shiny, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, Articuno, Zapdos. We got Drowsy up in this. We got a Hypno. We got Geodude. Look at Geodude, dude. Oh my god. We got Meowth here as well. We got Persian, Doduo, Dodrio, Graveler, Golem. We got Palkia, Manaphy, Dialga, Bidoof, Arceus, Pikachu EX as well. Wow. Pikachu gets one too. Bibarel EX over here we talked about. Rowlet, Decidueye as well. Litten, Torracat, Incineroar, Poplio. Oh my god, yo. In this set as well, getting this is freaking insane work. Insane work. Rockruff here too. Passimian, Alolan Diglett, Zeraora, Tapu Koko, Dartrix, Lycanroc, Alolan Dugtrio, Brionne, Primarina, Poliwag, back into now Mega Pinsir EX. Got all the 1-stars and other stuff like that, I'm guessing now. Whimsicott EX, Lilligant. Beautiful looking arts, I'm telling you now. They definitely cooked on the arts. There's no doubt about that. It looks like he has a treat on his nose, right? Yeah, he does. It's waiting for the treat. Rapidash, Mega Blaziken, Chandelure, Magikarp, Mega Gyarados, Ludicolo, Keldeo, Greninja EX now over here, full art. Greninja Rainbow, Jolteon Rainbow, full art Rainbow, 1-star, Mega Altaria, didn't see this one before, full art, beautiful immersive. Oh, Olga Gothita, wow, super cute card. Super cute card. Klefki, the full art for this one, the 2-star, Hitmonchan full art, Hitmonchan Rainbow, Makuhita. We talked about these. Mega Absol. So I don't think there's anything new left. I think we've covered all of these over here. Yeah, I can't Tauros, so I don't think we've seen this one yet. Maybe we did. I don't remember. I don't remember, dude. Rufflet, Prank Spinner. So there we go, new items. A card from among both players' hands is chosen at random, revealed to the other player, and shuffled into its owner's deck. Okay. Plume Fossil. Play this card if there are 40 HP basic Pokemon. At any time during your turn, you may discard that card from play. This card can't retreat. Or this card from play. This card can't retreat. Hitting Hammer. Flip 2 cards. Or 2 coins, sorry. If both of them are heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Cover Fossil. Play this card if there are 40 HP basic Pokemon. At any time during your turn, you may discard this card from play. This card can't retreat. Okay. Flame Patch, Citrus Berry. At the end of each turn, this Pokemon, if the Pokemon this card is attached to has half of its maximum HP or less, heal 30 damage from it. If you do, discard this card. Heavy Helmet. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has a retreat cost of 3, it takes minus 20 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Lucky Mittens. Whenever your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack used by the Pokemon this card is attached to, draw a card. He's just some weird items. He's just some weird items, bro. Marlon over here, we have heal 70 for your Carracosta or your Jellicent over there. Hollow, we talked about. May, we talked about. Fentino over here. Take a Psychic Energy from your Energy Zone and attach it to your Drifblim and Mismagius. So many cards also, like trainer cards, attached to certain cards. Such a weird set. Copycat, shuffle your hand into your deck. Draw a card for each card in your opponent's hand. Dude, these are some weird cards, bro. Copycat looks kind of cool, though. Licia, we talked about. Flame Patch. These are the now full arts of each one. Can't live up to the hype that Oak had to offer. And that's it. We did it. That's the whole set. How long this video ended up being, I don't even know. And pretty much it's like a 2-part video because I combined that part, which I had all the cards early, and then this part having all the cards together. I hate this set, dude. 300 plus cards, okay? So I hope you enjoyed it. That's every card. What do you think? I don't know. The Blaziken looks crazy. Some of these trainers look pretty nice. There were some cards that were just, I don't know. Some of the cards were weird here, but what do you think? Crown Rares, I don't know how I rock with them, but they were there. And Mercers look great. All the artworks look great and everything associated. I can't wait. Mega Pidgeot, can't wait for that as well. Super cool card. So let me know what you think. Take care. Have fun.